Under the big top today with clown puke, neon, Swiss juice, and sports cars. Today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, if you like the content that you see on this channel, why don't you come visit us at the Shaving Cadre. That's www.theshavingcadre.com. It's a wet shaving forum, but so much more. We have thousands of threads, anywhere from comedy to Zoom calls to cigars to whiskeys to beers, and of course, straight razor shaving. So come and see us. Again, www.theshavingcadre.com. And also, if you like live talk shows, come and see me and my buddy Nurse Dave at Drinks and Dave's here on YouTube every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. The topics can range from anything to nothing. So please come and see us. Okay, so did I lose my mind today when I said in the intro what I was going to be doing? No. So we're going to be under the big top today. We're going to have neon and all kinds of fun stuff. We are going to do a straight razor shave, and it's been a minute since I've done one, about a month, I think, because I've been busy with other things, and quite frankly, sometimes it's easier to pick up a DE or an SE and just go to town. So we are going to be doing a straight razor shave. Now, how I got to all the funky things I said I was going to do today, we'll talk about at the end, because the soap that I'm using is a very special soap that was created as a one-off for the TSC Con that we just got back from. And we'll go over all that. Well, we'll get the shave done and then we'll talk about all the different stuff. The soap I use today, I've talked about in the past. It's a wonderful synergy. The shave gods really know how to make this work. And if you haven't tried it yet, and I've talked about it before, but if you haven't tried it, you need to. And it's also a great way to use the soaps that you're running low on. I will tell you the razor today, and this is the neon part, we're using a purple neon. This was started its life as a gold dollar, and it's been stropped 50 and 60 on leather and linen. So I hope everybody's doing good for a Monday. Weather-wise, we've been all over the map. We've been in the mid to high 80s. And today, we are in the 70s with some wind because there's a storm passing to the north of us. I think my good buddy Chad Vargo is probably getting snow today up in Salt Lake. But we're getting just cooler temperatures for today. And then the rest of the week, we're going to be in the 80s, and then we're going to hit 90s. And that's probably going to be about it for seeing the 70s until October. And we'll start hitting into the triple digits, which is always so much fun here in Arizona. Also, it should be mentioned that if you're interested in learning how to straight razor shave, I've got a comprehensive 6-part series from beginning to advanced techniques right here on the channel. Just look in the library for the straight razor learning series. Oh, so nice to be straight razor shaving again. When I was at the conference, I did bring my Titleist along, and I did shave with that once, but most of the time it was with the Vector because we had so much going on. Before I show you the soap at the end of the shave, I will give you a little bit of a hint that the beauty of this type of technique with the shaving soap does a couple of things. One, it's very efficient, meaning that when you get down to the very end of your soaps, it kind of brings out new life in those little tiny donuts and little tiny pieces that you may have in your soap tub. The second thing that it does, which is to me the magical part of things, is it takes like that dramatic pause there. It takes the beauty of a multitude of artisans and commercially made soaps and mixes them together. And what it creates is wonderful fragrances that you wouldn't get through a regular soap. And it also gives you the best lather that you'll ever get, period. Because the synergy of all those soaps and all those different ingredients that the artisans use, and it creates, quite frankly, a magical synergy that just is amazing. And this is nothing special. You can do it yourself. And it's great. And we'll go over that here in just a few minutes. Just a wonderful shave. This razor was made with a gentleman by the name of John Lindy years ago during a contest that we also do here on the Cadre called the Gold Dollar Modification Contest. And you take a $10 or $5 gold dollar and create a beautiful razor out of it. So it goes to show you don't need to spend a lot of money to have a really nice straight razor. And also, I guess I should say that my straight razor tutorial, a little bit different than a lot of people out in the YouTube world, is that I do not have you start out with shavettes. I personally think that shavettes are not a good way to learn the proper technique for straight razors. I suggest you go right into straight razors. Just me. Once you're experienced, enough, then you can mess around with the shavettes. Although I will contradict myself in one spot. The one shavette that I would be okay suggesting for a brand new straight razor shaver is the Feather SS. And the reason why is because it has on the leading edge all across, it has a safety bar that will allow you, or to assist in, the stretching of the skin as you get used to stretching the skin yourself. Because it actually stretches the skin in front of the blade, like a DE. Those I would recommend. Other than that, start with a straight razor. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can find a lot of used straight razors, get them honed up. And I think a lot of people that put out straight razor tutorials, I think their mindset is in the right place. And what I mean by that is that start out with a shavette because you do not want to worry about honing. You don't want to worry about that stropping as much when you first start out straight razor shaving. I kind of disagree, because the blades on a shavette are very thin and they're machine sharpened, and they can cause a lot of damage in the beginning when you're learning your technique. And as far as honing and stuff like that, I will agree that you don't want to worry about that when you're learning, but have a couple of razors. Shave with one until it gets dull or you can't do it anymore. Send it out to be, bring it back. And you can be learning how to strop during that entire time with a jean or denim strop, which doesn't cost you anything but an old pair of jeans. And or, believe it or not, a newspaper strop. Those work very well until you spend the money on a good leather strop, because you don't want to ruin a good leather strop, because you will cut the strop when you're first learning. So I get why people say shavettes, you just change the blade. And away you go. The issue that I have is with a shavette, your shaving angles and your muscle memory are going to be different than with a straight razor, just because of the ergonomics of the straight razor. And that's why I don't suggest starting with a shavette, because once you get your technique down with a straight razor, then in my opinion, going into a shavette is much easier, because you can adjust your angles and your muscle memory is good enough to remember those subtle changes that you'll need to make. But again, just my opinion. Okay, let's see what the alum says today. Because like I said, this is my first straight razor shave in quite a while. Nothing, absolutely nothing. We'll let that percolate for a few minutes while we get cleaned up. Okay, now let's talk about what we shaved with today. So the neon part of what I said under the big top is the brush and the razor. This is a matte DeRuyter Persian jar with an AMAC black synthetic, and it's done in the purple neon. And that kind of fits the theme, I think, for the shave for today. And then, of course, the matching. That brush was made to match this razor. And this is the J. Lindy Gold Dollar. This won a contest on another forum years ago, and I purchased it from John. Just a wonderful razor, and it's so hard to believe that this is an actual gold dollar. So that's what's cool about it. Of course, we use the alum. And today for our witch hazel, we're going to be using Quinn's Cucumber Mint. I guess I should have added during the intro Australian cucumbers, but I forgot. We'll let that dry down for just a bit. So let's talk about the soap. You know, I was saying about the synergy and everything else that happens in a soap. Well, this soap was made for us by Spider, one of the members at the Shaving Cadre, for the shaving conference. And basically, it's clown puke. And that name has come from how the soap is made. And you can see that. So basically, what happens in this situation is when you get down to the bare bones basics of your soap, many people just throw it away or they smash it up and do other things with it. What this does is you keep adding to this. Very similar to those people that do what they call the infinity pour with whiskey, where you take the last couple ounces of whiskey, pour it in a bottle, and you just keep building and building. Same thing here. Now, the chunks here are soaps that are hard, maybe small enough where you can't really smoosh them in there, and then you just cut pieces into it. And so that gives it that imaginary thing that if you were to watch a clown puke, this is what it would look like. And it's got multitudes of fragrance and performance, and that's why the synergy of this soap is so nice. So if you can make yourself some clown puke, do so, or better yet, join the cadre and come see us at a con, and you may even get one of these days, because that is an exclusive to this year's conference. But you can make your own, and it's wonderful. I've got a couple of different tubs of it that I've made or had purchased and stuff like that. Okay, what is the Swiss juice? Well, Swiss Petrolon. This has got it's a wonderful aftershave, good characteristics as far as healing properties, pretty good alcohol content, but it's got a very unique fragrance. I've heard people say that it's a little bit of pear, a little bit of apple, and I would get all that. It's just wonderful. It feels great on the face. The two aftershaves, or actually three aftershaves that I say have got really nice healing properties are the tried and true medical type, Spike, also Petrolon, and then the other one that feels really good is one of the Spanish ones, and it's La Toja. It just feels great on the face. You almost feel like there is some healing processes going on while you're using it. So definitely highly recommended. The talc today, we're going to be using Yardley Gentleman, kind of a neutral. Kind of fits the big top type thing. It's very, I don't want to say sweet, but it's just a nice fresh scent. And then the sports car, because I was looking to try to find stuff that would match, because you know me, matchy, is Penhaligon's Sports Car Club. And I chose that because a lot of times you can see clowns wearing those type of ties. Now this is an EDP, so you don't need a lot of it. And that's the shave for today, guys. I certainly appreciate you joining us on a Monday. If you had to go back to work, I'm sorry. If you're still off work, good for you. Anyhow, that's the shave. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Shaves and Such, and we hope to see you again tomorrow. And if you have any comments, please put it in there. And as I said, come see us at the Cadre, and don't forget to watch Drinks and Dave's Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Hope everybody has a wonderful Monday. Take care.